Hi everyone, so in this particular video I will explain the basic introduction of supramolecular chemistry. I already made this video in Hindi but now I am making this video in English. I want to say that I am not good at English, but I am trying my best to explain this in English because my purpose is to explain the concept. So I hope you can. Okay, without wasting any time, let's start the topic. Okay, so what is supramolecular chemistry? Start with the question that how does matter become complex? We know that at the evolution of the universe, how many matter become complex from elementary particle to a thinking organism. So what are the other higher form of a complex matter to be created? So answer of this question is self-organization, that is self-organization. That is, matter we are made up of and makes our universe is able to self-organize to become complex on basis of how it is built. Self-organization means it is an ability of a system to spontaneously arrange its components or elements in a purposeful manner, that is non-random manner under appropriate conditions, but without the help of any external agency. It is as if the system knows how to do its own things. For example, the natural systems like cells, chemical compounds and organisms show this type of property. So how does matter become complex? Answer is self-organization. Okay, the chemistry is science of a matter, its transformation, transfer and interactions. We know that this. Now, so chemical synthesis has power to produce new molecules and new materials with new properties. Like example is synthesis of urea. Synthesis of urea. Who synthesized urea? Wöhler in 1828. He was a German chemist. He synthesized the urea in 1828, that is urea is C double bond O NH2 NH2. This is one example, and another example is synthesis of vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 by Robert B. Woodward. Vitamin B12 is an coenzyme synthesis by bacteria, but Robert B. Woodward synthesized this vitamin B12. So these are the two examples of chemical synthesis. So where we reach? We reach from atom to molecules, that is atom to molecules, that is molecular chemistry. Molecular chemistry. Now this molecular chemistry revolves around making or breaking of covalent bond in a controlled manner to construct more complex molecular structure. Okay, this molecular chemistry is revolve around covalent bond. So now as we know how to handle the atoms to make molecules, we have to think beyond. For example, there are two killer cells which are attached to a cancer cell. Their job is to destroy the cancer cell. But how does the killer cell know that other one is cancer cell? We did not go there and tell them that other one is cancer cell, you have to destroy this one, not that one. So who tell them that other one is cancer cell? That is, there is something between them which tell them that this is cancer cell, and if they make any mistake, their big problem is created. So that's mean between these two molecules there is something happening when they together. This happening between them is defined as the beyond molecular chemistry. This is beyond molecular chemistry. So where we reach from molecular chemistry to a supramolecular chemistry, that is we reach from molecular chemistry to supramolecular chemistry. In molecular chemistry there are covalent interactions. But in supramolecular chemistry, there are not covalent interactions, there are non-covalent interactions. This is the basic difference and very important difference between molecular chemistry and supramolecular chemistry. That is, supramolecular chemistry is revolve around non-covalent interactions, not covalent interactions, and their goal is to gain control over intermolecular bond. This is the main difference between them. Now we can see these molecular interactions in biology, like substrate binding to a receptor protein, enzymatic reactions, assembly of a multi-protein complex, immunological antigen-antibody associations, cellular recognition, entry of a virus into a cell, like this. So we can define supramolecular chemistry as it is an interdisciplinary field of science covering chemical, physical, biological features of a chemical species with greater complexity than molecules themselves. We know that molecules are complex form of matter, atoms. So supramolecular chemistry is further more complex than molecular chemistry, and they are held together and organized by non-covalent intermolecular binding interactions. So supramolecular chemistry has three functions. It has three functions. First one is how two molecules recognize with each other. Example, killer cell with cancer cell. First is recognition. Second one is how they do react with each other. That is react. And third one is how they carry each other through membrane. That is how they carry each other through membrane. These are the basic three functions of a supramolecular chemistry. Now we see the type of intermolecular interactions. First one is electrostatic interaction. Electrostatic interactions like ion-ion interactions, ion-dipole interactions, dipole-dipole interactions. Second one is hydrogen bonding and donor-acceptor interactions. Van der Waals forces, metal-ion coordination. These are the non-covalent interactions, and medium effect also play an important role. That is medium effect. So these are the non-covalent interactions taking place in supramolecular chemistry. Now what are the roots of supramolecular chemistry? Roots of supramolecular chemistry. Paul Ehrlich, he was a Nobel Prize winner, German physician. He said that molecules do not act if they do not bind. That is, molecules do not act if they do not bind. Thus, he introduced the concept of a receptor. He introduced the concept of a receptor, but that binding must be selective. Lock and key is the base of molecular recognition. Now we say that binding must be selective. So selective fixation requires interaction and affinity between the particles. Okay, so between interactions between the molecules and affinity between the partners. If there is no interaction, no affinity, they do not want to bind and interact with each other. So with these three concepts, fixation, recognition and coordination, they built the foundation of supramolecular chemistry. The main difference between the supramolecular chemistry and molecular chemistry is the molecular chemistry revolve around the making and breaking of a covalent bond, but in supramolecular chemistry there is no covalent bond, there is a non-covalent interaction between the molecules. And supramolecular chemistry is like the host-guest chemistry, in which host molecule trap the guest molecule, or like receptor and substrate. Receptor bind with the substrate, it selectively bind the substrate. I cannot cover all the points in one particular video. I already made further videos in Hindi, but now okay, so thank you for watching.